in modern psychologically, we can learn a lot of things comparing this Buddhism, right? You know, are you learning modern psychology?
Here,
Modern,
no.
not yet, right? Yeah.
Oh.
That's the Western concept of how to control, how to manage our mindset, what are the impulsions in our mind. So day-to-day life, the arising to our mind, right? What are the bad thoughts? What are the negativities, right? What are the positive thoughts we have? What are the thoughts disturbing to our mindset, right? Those areas are discussing in modern psychology, but the 6th century, the Lord Buddha was preached a lot of areas that was giving examples and also analytically discussed in Buddhism how to control our mindset. Actually, that was the main path, right? In discussed in Buddhism, right? Describing about mind, right? So as a human being, everybody have mind, right? Manas, everybody have chitta, right? So controlling this mind is very important to successful and very important to lead our life right way, right? That is what the controlling and understanding what is the nature of this mind is going to successful way and the leading our soul, our mind right way, right, to achieve good goals, right? Everybody have goals, such goals like you want to study, right? So that is the one thing, right? So the result of studying would be getting good jobs, right? So then getting good jobs would be resulting to other successfulness of our life, right? So we are trying to live happily, right? We are doing everything to get happiness, right? Happiness is the most important thing, right? So when we are eating, when we are drinking, when we are walking, everything, every activities we are doing for our inner peace, right? We are inner peace. So when we do not have inner peace, we cannot do anything righteously or correctly, right? That is why we have to understand and we have to properly control our mind, and we have to give to our mind right commands, right? Do this one, do this one, you do not do this one, right? Like that. We have to talk with ourselves. So talking with ourselves is going to be controlling our mind with good, positive, optimistic thoughts, right? That is what the Lord Buddha wanted to create good human being for the society. Without good thoughts, nobody can improve their inner peace, right? In modern psychology, the describing about how to control our mind. In Buddhism, there are 3 aspects. There are 3 types of things that the Lord Buddha said you have to eradicate, you have to release from mind. What are them? You know already. Lobha, Desha, Moha. Lobha mean craving, greediness, and also Desha mean dosa, mean hatred, and third one is Moha. Moha mean illusion, right? Those 3 we have to eradicate from our mind, right? In the Lord Buddha, the Buddha said in Pali, Ariya Virechana. That is very important word. You have to write down. right? Ariya Virechana. The meaning is that word going to noble catharsis, right? The eradicating, escaping those three negative elements from our mind is giving more happiness, more relaxations to our mindset, right? So, do you have any idea about the in Western education system how to develop our mindset, or what are the achievements, or what are the education goals in Western countries that you are studying in here?
Mm,
Are you
nah,
studying such a things in Canadian schools?
nah.
So yeah, that's good. So when we are while we are studying a lot of things like maths, like IT engineering, or a lot of subjects in school where we are studying normally, right? So I have remember when we are studying my school life, we have learned a lot of subjects, right? Sometimes it was boring, right? But however, we have faced all the troublesome, and then we have done our activities, however, but sometimes it was boring, it was lazy, right? But the thing is, the Buddhism is giving more encouragement with positive ideas, right? So, the moha is illusion. The other word is delusion, right? The illusion is something we do not know, understanding is not good for our further learning, right? Understanding, or with learning of something with good understanding, is giving us to more capacity, more that would be enhancing our mental capacities to grasp the things that any teacher is giving us to uh, our in their lessons for our uh, development of our subject materials, right? So that's what the important thing is. Eradicating of moha, eradicating of illusion is best, and they are giving a lot of beneficiaries, right? So when we are learning, so sometimes we are getting some troublesome occasions. The teacher is giving lessons we cannot understand, right? So sometimes teacher is asking questions, we do not have any answers for them, right? The occasion, we are getting like dishing our mind, right? So that is what the Lord Buddha said, that the learning, then studying or researching something is giving us more energy, right? That is what called illusion or delusion, not knowing something, right? Like example, it is looks like we are finding something in night time without lights, right? While we are living in dark side of in our house, we are finding something without light, right? That would be hard, right? That is the nature of that looks like how is moha is acting inside of our mind, right? So that is what I wanted to explain for you, especially. No matter how many students in our class, right? One or two, and thousand, right? No matter how many students in our classes, so we have to learn the good things, and no matter how times we are studying, right? The important thing is what we are studying, how we are studying, right? That is the important thing. We have to create our life. We have to create more plans, right? We have to cultivate our skillfulness inside of our mind, right? That's what the beneficiaries that we can gain from eradicating of our insight moha, right? So, and then the dosha, in dvesha is in Sanskrit, dvesha, the dvesha, right? That's how pronounce that word. In Pali language, we can pronounce that like dosa. There is no sh, right? In Pali language, there is no sh. So I can teach you in Sinhala word also. I think you know that word, right? Can you say what is the meaning of dosa in Sinhala? Tara. Okay. Taraha. Taraha.
Taraha.
Yes, that's great. So hatred, that is the that would be harmful to our mind various way, right? It is not capable to our mindset, or that's also giving us a lot of uh, unhappiness and uh, not good results would be giving inside of our mind with hatred thoughts, right? That is what the Lord Buddha said. It would be giving a lot of beneficials, eradicating, escaping from our mind hatred, right? We have to try eradicate, escape all the thoughts that is relating hatred, right? Those, right? Like example, so some person, any person would be any person, so blaming us or hitting us, so or they are dissembling us, right? So if we are remembering that occasion, is going to increase our hatred inside of our mind, right? That is what we have to annihilate all the bad, harmful, hatred thoughts at the moment of uh, their they was blaming, right? We have to eradicate, we have to annihilate all the hatred thoughts at the time of that was occurred, right? That's very important thing, right? How important these Buddhist teachings, right? The I think a lot of friends studying with you in your class in here in school, but nobody knows like this concept. I think, am I right? Yeah. So that's what
Yeah.
learning is Buddhist philosophy. Learning is Buddhist philosophy is very important to our education life and also our whole lives, right? That is not giving any boundaries, right? The the learning Buddhist philosophy is giving a lot of mental development of uh, the lot of enhancement of beneficial throughout our life, right? The third one is loba. We have discussed two elements. The first one is moha, and second one is dosa, and third one is going to be loba, right? Loba is we can describe as craving or greedy, right? So the Buddha was explained those three elements. Uh, every people's mindset normally increasing, right? Normally generating until our death, right? Until our death. So it looks like growing up a tree, right? that the first time it would be seeds, and then passing some several years, it would be a big and huge tree, right? So that's the same thing is happening. The small thought, small greedy thought can be increased up to craving thought, right? Up to big thought, right? I think you know the story of Adinna Pubbaka, right? The Adinna Pubbaka was one of the merchant at the Buddha's era, right? And the Adinna Pubbaka and his wife have been preparing sweets. That is a special sweet we can call in Sinhala cow, right? So the both of Adinna Pubbaka and his wife, while preparing cow, the Mugalan Hamudru, right? The most Arahant Mugalan Thero wanted to escape, wanted to teach what are the good results that Adinna Pubbaka can understand eradicating of lower thoughts from their mind, right? And then Adinna Pubbaka and his wife was in the, I would say, in their palace. So the floor was the first floor, the not first floor, the highest floor, right? The both of them was in their palace in utmost level of floor, the highest floor. And then at the time of period, there was no, lift, right? There was no any lift, right? But nobody can go to inside without their permission, right? That was not allowed to as Buddhist monks also. The Arahant Mugalan Thero was able to go to, it is called in Pali, Iddipada. Iddipada means he can fly in air, right? That is what meaning of Iddipada, right? So he can go wherever he wants, right? So and then while Adinna Pubbaka and his wife cooking sweets, which called kavum, the Arahant Mugalan Thero went to highest floor, the in front of the window, right? And then the Mugalan Thero was bearing, ball, right? The ball is we are using to collect foods, right? Normally Buddhist monks collecting foods, they are going to Pinda Path. We called, we are walking house to house to collect foods, right? That is not like beggar, right? That is not a similar beggar system, but in Buddhism, that's the way how to collect foods in monk life, right? So, bearing ball, the Mugalan Thero was in front of the window, the highest floor of Adinna Pubbaka's palace, right? So, and then the both of them see appearance of Mugalan Thero. So, and then the Adinna Pubbaka was thinking about, so I have to give very little sweet, very little Kaungeria to the Mugalan Thero, right? So the power of Mugalan Thero going to collect all the sweets to one piece, right? So the Adinna Pubbaka and his wife is dragged to get rid a very little piece to give the Mugalan Thero, that was not occurred at the time. They both finally agreed to give all the Kavum to the Mughal Hamudru, right? So that was very little story. I wanted to telling this story, explain about what are the beneficial things that we can accumulate if we can something to if we are able to give things to others with happy mood, right? So we can actually get back very good results, right? The Lord Buddha said, giving is the best solution to eradicate our mental negativity thought that lower, right? In greedy. So it called dana, right? Alms giving. So we can give others a lot of things, right? Not only foods, but also we can give others good thoughts, right? Good ideas, right? Why we are suppressing our mindset with negative thoughts, right? Why we are why we are get suffering, why we are lamenting, right? Why we are suffering, why we are getting sadness for our mindset, right? With all those negativities like Adinna Pubbaka, right? They had finally uh, offered all the sweets to the Mughal Thero, right? After giving all the things, they have understood uh, how to practice or how to happy after giving something for others, right? And then they both understood, they both finally was happy mood with offering all the things to Mughal and Thero, right? That is what we can practice actually in day-to-day life, right? Sharing good things among all the beings in our society, in our world, right? That these 3 points, Lobha, Dvesha, Moha, right? Lobha, Dvesha, Moha. Greediness or craving or illusion, delusion or uh, Lobha, hatred, right? So harmful thoughts, right? These 3 elements is uh, in occasionally arising to our mind, right? Those 3 is harmful to our mind, right? Arising, we cannot understand what time is. They are not, they are arising, not knowing us, right? They are not giving any signals to our mind, right? So this thought is in this time is arising, or the greedy thought is in this time arising to our mind, right? The thoughts are not considering the time or occasion or where the place is we are living in, right? They do not want to let me us to or give us to any appointments to arise in our to our mind, right? That is the very considerable reason, understanding of our mental thoughts, right? We call in Pali Chetasika, right? Chitta mean mind. The processing system is thoughts, right? Is it finished your class?
Yeah, yeah, just finished.
That's great. So we have discussed Lobha, Desa, Moha in those 3 elements in today class. So I think it would be great in your class. So Seth, how was feeling your teaching in Dhamma school today. Today
It
is
was
like
good. It was
first
good.
day.
Yeah.
That's great idea. In Sri Lanka, we had teach when we are at the age of, 13, right?
Mm, mm,
Uh, in Pansala. So we had to teach all the students. There are a lot of students in class, right? And also they are separating one, two, three, like those classes. uh, we had used to learn, we had used to teach for the students with giving a lot of some sort of lessons, right? There was one of the retired principal, so he knows very good stories, right?
mm. Yeah.
Every student is struggling to choose that principle to listen stories, right? He was actually study. He was taught us very good uh, sweetest stories for us. That is one of the memorable thing. Uh, I was when I was in Dhamma school studying that I have gained. So okay, everybody, I think Dilot is very good students in our Dhampasala. So they can all the gathas, and also thank you so much for Seth Vikramasinghe teaching both of them, and also Tarusha. Everybody, I finally wish all of you having blessing of these triple gems and protecting your life, all the devas. And I wish you to successful your all education, future life. Okay, thank you so much. And finally, I'm playing final gathas.
Yo vadetam pavero manu Jesu
Can you hear and listen the gathas?
bag vakat kitcho paragato balaviriya samangi tan suga tan sare natmu pemi राग विराग माने जमासोकं धम्म मासंकट मप्पाटिकोलं मधुरमीमं पागुनं सुविपत्तं धम्ममीमं सार नतमुपेमि यत्त दिन महापाल माहु छतो सुजेसु पुरिसयुकेसु हन्त च पुङ्गलदम् तासाते संगमीमं सार नतमुपेमि.
Okay, thank you so much for everybody participating today's sessions. So let's meet next day in our Dhampasara. Hamatam Busarnai.
Thank you, Andrew.